Hello and welcome to the FUHSO Insiders podcast, your go-to source for all things FUHSO. I am Mantra and I'm excited to be your host for today's episode. My co-host today is
Sam Orisku.
Sam. How are you doing?
I'm doing really well, man. Thank God.
Alright, so we will be talking about all the things that happened last week and what we are expecting for the new week.
Well, there were a lot of tests. For one, 200 level completed their steeplechase test, and what we're hearing was really good. And there were a lot of other tests too. And then there was also 200 level started anticipating for their new semester, starting hopefully this week. There was a 200 level versus 100 level match on Sunday. Familiar story, that one. Deeper Life Campus Fellowship welcomed students and gave them some very special packages. And then just generally speaking about FUHSO and the stress of everything. So that's our agenda for today.
Alright, so you mentioned the steeplechase and the fact that a lot of tests happened last week. So congratulations to everybody that wrote tests last week and to the 200 level MBBS students for their steeplechase test that they did, which is part of their CA. I think this is the first time they are actually doing anything like that.
If you see the amount of tension these guys were going through on, like just before, the days before, like people were not sleeping, it was just crazy. Like obviously everybody wants to do well, everybody is on high tension because of this kind of thing. But immediately after the test, people were so relaxed. Like I remember I was going after school and by 2 o'clock we saw them at the basketball court already playing ball. People were playing like PlayStation and those like different things. So just congratulations to all of them. I'm sure a lot of people were really happy after the exam. They said that it wasn't as difficult as they expected. I think that was most of the reactions we got. So congratulations to 200 level MBBS students.
Yeah, it's kind of like difficult for a set, the pioneer set, because a lot of these things now, they don't know what to expect. Like you said, they just go there trying to prepare their best, and we saw them like putting in their best, preparing as much as they could. We saw their hard work, and we hope that hard work is crowned with success. The 200 level, as they have completed their steeplechase test for anatomy, gross anatomy, they would be starting their second semester.
So yeah, I don't know, it's really crazy that we're already entering the 8th week of the semester. A lot of things have passed by, but it feels like we're still expecting a lot more. I know second CAs haven't dropped yet. We're just hearing rumors that exam is very soon, and I don't know, a lot of things are coming very fast, hot and fast. So I hope that the end of semester will be favorable to all of us.
Alright, so the 200 level actually have been doing practicals all through since June, like late June till now. They did not have the chance to do their first semester practicals during their first semester, so their first semester was extended to this period. And now that they are done with the first semester practicals, they are supposed to start their second semester, like we mentioned earlier. One crazy thing that comes to mind is the fact that we don't even know if the lecture halls would be enough now that the 200 level MBBS would continue using the lecture halls. I know there are like 96 or 95 around that kind of number, so they will not be able to use the mini halls for lectures.
I heard one of them saying that we want to reclaim our hall back. It was just, I don't know. Also, always has plans for us. The new lecture hall is not completed yet up to now, and then there are only 2 major lecture halls for the main classes. So it's just going to be interesting to see how they want to juggle everything together. Maybe they'll even set up a new calendar, a new timetable. We don't know yet. We don't know how things are going to work out. But as last, we go see them this week now.
Alright, so hopefully everything works out fine, and I'm sure FUHSO has something up her sleeve. You mentioned the match between the 200 level versus the 100 level on Sunday. That was yesterday, yeah?
Again. I don't know how many times we've tried this thing, but it feels like every time we keep knocking on that, the 200 level just blow through everything that we have. But, let's leave the experts to talk about it. We actually have 2 special people here, right, Mantra?
Yeah, we have the 100 level captain, Sneaky.
We also have one of our top midfield talents, the Brozovic himself, Zico of 100 level A. So both of them will just speak to us about the match for a bit.
Sneaky, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
So Sneaky, could you just tell us your thoughts on the game?
Well, I actually thought I had everything in check. I talked to all the players and they told me they will be available for the game and they would come in their full numbers. And then I spoke to our 100 level B students too, and they gave me full assurance that they will be at the pitch. But then coming to the pitch, I didn't see a lot of people because many had programs in town, so they left, and we're supposed to be 11, but we're not up to 11, so we started with 9 players. Then we continued playing with 9 players until the others came, and then we were able to complete it. And before then, we were playing 9, and our spirit was already down, and we were disorientated, and we couldn't focus much, and we just have to work with what we had.
Wow, nine players versus 11 for the 200 level.
Yes, actually, I spoke to the ref about it, and he told me it's not his business. That it's our fault that the match should go on.
Okay. You said that you spoke with 100 level B players. You know, being with you said, how are they really fitting into the team right now? The new players that came.
Okay, well, actually, they welcomed me as their captain for now, and I had good rapport with them, but I asked them why they didn't come out plenty, and they told me that most of them went to program and they actually thought they didn't have space. But I'm actually a kind of person that I allow everyone to play, and maybe they didn't get that about me, so they thought that it was only the key players that are going to have chance to play.
Okay, so you think like in future there will be more people turning up in events in the hope that they'll be able to play, right?
Yeah, actually, from the training that we do have every Saturday, they come out in numbers, and I think with what happens to the next time, there will be more of them.
Okay. Let's speak with Brozovic of 100 level A and hear what he has to say.
Welcome to the show, Zico.
Thank you.
Could you just tell us like how you thought the match was going, how the flow of the game was going? Obviously, you were 1-0 down at halftime, and I'm not sure things were looking tough, especially having to play with those 9 players that the captain mentioned. So, how do you feel the match was going at that point? What was the flow and tempo like at that point?
That is when they scored when we started, we were 9, that is 2 men, 9-1, that is 10. Then they were 10-1. So, that is 1 man down. So, then Johnny, he came, then that became complete. But they were playing there was one girl that was playing as their striker. They just used it in order so that because we were 1 man down, so they just used the gear as a striker. So as we're 1 man down now, there is a lot of work on the midfielders. So they used the advantage, and that was when they scored. That is the first goal. So we struggled. So the first half was not really okay, but we tried our best actually to defend because they were actually putting more pressure on us. We did not play much first half. It was second half, that is I think about 20 minutes to the end of the match, that is when we began to find our rhythm in the game again. So that is when we took our chances and scored 2 goals.
Those 2 goals, they came really, really late in the game. What do you think motivated that last final surge? Because from 3-0 to at least 2 consolation goals, 3-2 the final scoreline, what do you think motivated that push?
I don't really know, but I would just say that at that time, there is this kind of energy that used to come at the end of the match, especially when you're on the losing side. At least you try to score even though it's 1 goal, because we don't want to leave there without scoring a goal, us being goalless. So that is when the energy. So just say let us try to score 1 goal. So when we scored 1, we scored the second one. I think if they added more like 5 minutes or 10 minutes, I think we could have equalized and even add another goal.
200 levels, we're very interested to hear that statement. Okay.
When we scored the first, then the spirit came back. We scored the second. We were very happy, but the thing was that time was not on our side again. So
thank you very much for your time, Isaac. Zico. So Zico mentioned the 2 goals that were scored by the new striker Haaland. Could you tell us who exactly is this Haaland? Since when did Erling start playing in FUHSO?
Actually, I don't know his name, or should I say his biological name, but he just came to school and we know him as Haaland. He's a very good striker, but he needs to still work on himself, or he scores beautiful goals, and he did some of the work for us and scored 2 goals for us, which gave us a lift. And
okay, Captain Sneaky, one final question for you. Do you think it's ever going to be possible for the 100 level set to beat this 200 level? Okay, this semester or eventually?
Eventually, I think we are coming to that, but it's not going to be easy. I can bet on that, but then we just have to work hard, get to understand ourselves, and work together as a team. They have been here before us, and they have been playing quite a lot of times before us. Most times they come for training, it's mostly them. They take the football career more serious. But we, most of the time, especially 100 level B, we don't come out in masses. It's just the 4 of us. And the new sets, I think they are coming up. So you just have to improve on themselves. And if we work together, I think we are going to beat them very soon.
Okay, thank you very much for your time.
It was nice talking to you guys. Captain Sneaky here.
Nice talking to you guys. Brozovic, aka Zico. Isaac also. Thank you.
Alright, thank you, Isaac. Thank you, Sneaky. Okay, so The captain mentioned the fact that the players were incomplete because of a lot of them went for programs. Yeah, so I'm guessing that's the DLCF welcome service for the freshers. Because the 100 level B are the freshers, so I'm guessing a lot of them would have gone for the program.
The Deeper Life Campus Fellowship has been very welcoming. They have held welcome programs for the 100 level, 200 level, and this new set also. So I'm sure it was a very wonderful time with, like, I know they spent a bit of time there, but they also give them a very special welcome package at the end. So I know a lot of people have been happy with that. The rice and
Oh yeah. I heard that. Hopefully the 100 level B feel welcome, even though FUHSO have been welcoming them with a lot of tests. I think they still have tests this week. The 100 level A, I think they also have tests this week, and probably 200 level have tests too. So so with the amount of tests and the amount of things going on in school, it's very easy to be prone to stress. Yeah, which I think is a very, very popular thing in the school. A lot of people are actually very stressed out sometimes.
You've been seeing breakdowns, even if it's not like physical signs. There's breakdown of malaria and all that stuff, but it's always just like mental breakdown too. Like people just saying, I'm tired. Like there's no particular symptom. I'm just tired. Like my body is just is a symptom of being a FUHSO student.
Yeah, and while stress is actually very normal, stress is a natural human response that prompts us to address challenges and threats in our life. Like, stress is very normal, and sometimes it's actually beneficial for us because, like, we actually work better sometimes under stress. But when this stress becomes too much, it can cause physical and mental health problems, and it can affect our bodies in different ways. According to the World Health Organization, the post that they made last week, gave us some physical signs of stress, which includes lump in the throat, back pain, upset stomach, tight muscles, headaches, neck and shoulder pain, heavy chest, and not feeling hungry. There are also a lot of other symptoms of stress, which include emotional symptoms and cognitive, or should I say behavioral symptoms of stress.
So that's like people just acting out, or like even people like nobody like are calm, or just suddenly start having like anger, like outbursts or something like that.
Yeah, like mood swings, maybe constant worrying, racing thoughts, forgetfulness, inability to focus, changes in appetite, that is for the behavioral, procrastinating or avoiding responsibilities, and nervous behaviors such as fidgeting, pacing, nail biting, and insomnia can be like symptoms of stress.
You don't feel sleep for FUHSO now. No one knows either insomnia. I know many people who feel. I find many of these symptoms. When you said back pain, I felt that one in my soul. Like different things are just always coming up, and sometimes your mind is just so overwhelmed because of like you have practicals to report, you have assignments to do, you have tests to read for, you're running for this program, you're trying to sort out this. You want to calm down. Like there's always a lot of things to do, but I think at the end of the day, we have to like take the best care of ourselves and make sure that stress doesn't overtake us. Like even if we're trying to do so much, even if we're working hard, just make sure that at the end of the day your mental health is whole, your emotional health is whole, and your body doesn't give up on you because of how hard you're working. But you know that at the end of everything, all things will hopefully work out for the best.
And it's important to know that stress is subjective, because like what causes stress for one person may not be what causes stress for another person. And also recognizing these symptoms that we mentioned can be challenging because some people have become so accustomed to being stressed that they may not realize that they're experiencing stress until they reach a breaking point. So, but nevertheless, it is actually good for us to try to know when we are stressed and also try to prevent stress. The World Health Organization also posted tips to reduce stress, and those tips include keeping a daily routine, because they said having a daily schedule can help us use our time efficiently and help us feel more in control. Like if we set time for regular meals, time with friends, exercise, daily chores, and other recreational activities, which is kind of weird because like there are hardly any like social or recreational activities in FUHSO except maybe sports.
So when you said set time for regular meals, I just remembered right now that I just clocked that 90% of my stress probably comes from like sourcing what am I going to eat today.
Yeah. So if you plan your days well, it can be a helpful way to reduce stress. You have to get plenty of sleep. That's another tip to reduce stress, because if you get enough sleep, it is important for both your body and your mind. You understand? Sleep helps to repair and relax and even rejuvenate our bodies and help reverse the effects of stress. Connecting with others is another tip. So keeping in touch with family and friends, sharing our concerns and feelings with people we trust. Connecting with others can help lift our mood and also help us feel less stressed. Another tip is to eat healthy, and the last tip they gave was to exercise regularly.
And I think another tip also is just that sometimes you just need to pray and just ask God for help, because I know many of us feel like we cannot do a lot of things that are going up. So just ask God for strength sometimes, just to give you peace and comfort and just help you in all things actually.
Alright, so we should try to adhere to these tips that will help us reduce stress, which is going to be like a very big advantage on our mental and physical health, which we cannot stress this enough. You should also place very huge importance on your hygiene, personal hygiene, and how you keep your environment, because it also affects your physical health. It can also affect you and those who live around you. So we should always try to keep our environments clean so that we can live healthy.
Even if, I don't know if it's happening in other hostels too, even if FUHSO doesn't want to bring water for us, doctors still tell people, I don't know how many other hostels are experiencing this too, but Sasha, we still have to make sure that we still keep clean and be hygienic. Make sure to take your bath, like just clean yourself, clean your environment, make sure everything is pure and sparkling, and it will be better in the long run. I think even when you look around and see things that are neat and arranged, it gives you a kind of mental boost too.
Yeah. So it's very, very important to do that. Speaking about the fact that they don't want to bring water to the doctor's hostel, I think we spoke about the fact that there was no light in Hall A in the last episode, and unfortunately there's still no light in Hall A, and yeah, we are hoping the school does something about that. I think that's a wrap. Thank you so much for listening. If you are still listening to this point, don't forget to share this episode to your friends and to anybody who you think might want to listen to this. You can check out our social media pages: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Threads, Twitter, now known as X. Connect with us on FUHSO Chats. You can check out our YouTube channel. Also, you can read our articles on Medium. Let us know what you think about the episode in the interact section, the Q&A section, if you are listening on Spotify or on Anchor. We always want to hear your feedback and we really appreciate your feedback. Once again, thank you for listening. Always remember to stay curious, stay engaged, and stay creative.